Hi, my name is Francie White, and I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner here in Eugene, Oregon. And I'm also a somatic experiencing practitioner. So I work with the nervous system. And what I have for you today is a little 5-minute felding that goes along with the longer lesson. It's called Shoulderness, and it's one of my top 10 favorite lessons ever. And what the purpose of this lesson is to really show us how we aren't just a bunch of pieces and parts. We're totally connected with each other. Hi, my name is Francie White. I'm a Feldenkrais practitioner and a somatic experiencing practitioner here in Eugene, Oregon, which means I work with the nervous system. I'm a nervous system whisperer. So what I have for you today is a 5-minute Feldy that is called Shoulderness after its longer audio lesson, also called Shoulderness. And I'm just going to take some little pieces out of that longer lesson that can help reinforce the connections that you get from the longer lesson. And it's also standalone. You don't have to do the longer lesson to do this one. So just come and lie on your back. And I also want to say that the thing I absolutely love about this lesson is how it shows how connected we are. All of our parts are connected. One part does not move without another part moving. So just lie on your back and notice the places that are your spaces, like your lumbar curve and under your knees and your ankles and your neck. And just notice these places, maybe under your shoulders. And just get a sense of your contact with the floor. And very often after we do these lessons, that contact is going to increase as the muscles start to relax. So just noticing that, then come up onto your side and have your hands standing in front of you. And now begin the lesson by just taking your elbow away from you and back. So you're moving the elbow is leading the movement. Now the fundamental principle of Feldenkrais is that we are not going to do anything that causes any pain or discomfort. So if this hurts, then do this much. Stay underneath any level of pain or discomfort, even if it means you're not moving, because the nervous system can't tell the difference. So you're just moving just a little bit. Now, taking your elbow forward like this, can you notice that your shoulder is also moving? Your shoulder is also moving, but your elbow is leading the movement. And can you feel how your rib cage is moving and your sternum in the front has to soften a little bit to allow this movement? And can you notice how you're rolling a little bit forward when you feel your ribs under your arms on the floor? Feel how they are rolling forward. And your head, your nose is coming a little bit closer to the floor. Now stop for just a moment and now do this movement, but now take the shoulder forward. So you're actually moving the shoulder now. It's leading the movement. Again, staying underneath any level of pain or discomfort, even if it means you're not moving. And do it slow and small. And it's the awareness we bring to the movement that is the magic. That allows the nervous system to record what is happening with these muscles and how to do things more efficiently. So taking the shoulder forward and back, notice the elbow moving forward. And it might be a little bit different in the movement since the shoulder is now doing the movement. And notice your nose. Notice the ribs under your arm on the floor. Notice your shoulder blade. And now in doing this movement, Now, see if you can seamlessly change from leading the movement with the shoulder to leading it with the elbow. Doing that a few times, noticing what may have changed, what may be different. And now lead with the shoulder again. And now the elbow. See if you can just go back and forth, shoulder, elbow, shoulder, elbow. Just noticing the difference. And then let that go and just rest for a moment on the floor. And notice your contact and notice if anything has changed. And now we're going to do the same thing on the floor with our knee and our hip joint. So bring the knee out in front and now slide the knee away from you a little bit and come back. Slide the knee and come back. And again, it doesn't have to go very far. You can just go this far if that's all you can manage. But just go that far. So the movement is coming from the knee moving forward, that's leading the movement. Notice what muscles are making this happen in the legs and in the hip joint. And now, and notice what's happening up in your chest. You're rolling a little bit forward. Notice your shoulders are moving forward. Now see what would happen if you keep your shoulders straight and your hip joint or your knee is moving forward without your shoulders. Can you feel the strain that you have to have in order to maintain your shoulders not moving? So we use less energy when everything is connected. That's why the muscles start to relax. So we're moving the knee forward and now pause for just a moment. And now move the hip joint. Let the movement come from the hip joint coming forward. And notice what difference the muscles are using, what different muscles are using to make the hip joints come forward. And it just feels like a little bit more forceful movement to me because the bigger muscles are doing the movement here. Notice that the knee is still moving forward. It's connected to the hip joint. Notice what's happening in the rib cage and the shoulders again. Now, one of the primary fundamental principles in the Feldenkrais method is that when one part is not moving enough, another part is going to have to move too much to compensate, and then that's where we get pain and dysfunction. So you can see that this lesson really illustrates that if we try and not move something, it causes strain somewhere else. So now change over and have the knee move forward and back now. And can you feel the difference in the movement? Different muscles are being used. And then go back to the hip joint, moving forward and back. And just seamlessly go back and forth between the knee moving forward and the hip moving forward. And the knee moving forward and the hip moving forward. And just letting that movement go all the way through you, up through your upper back, into your neck and your head. And just feel the connections. And then let that go and come and lie back on your back. And now notice your contact with the floor. And I can feel that my back is making a lot more contact with the floor than it was before. So come on up to sitting and then up to standing and just notice all this connectedness in your body and how your knees are connected to your hips and your elbows are connected to your shoulders, and as you're walking, start to notice those connections. And it's that kind of awareness that's going to allow your body to start being able to move with more freedom. So be sure to sign up for my, to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Integrated South Eugene, and then I have a website called integratedsouthteugene.com, and you can find a longer audio lesson in the series, The Foot Bones Connected to the Head Bone #2, and you can find that on the page /lessons. So I hope you have a great day. I hope you enjoyed the lesson.